Picture this, a luxury hotel in Singapore, the Shangri-La Dialogue, Asia's security Oscars. No tanks, no soldiers, just sharp suits and sharper words. This isn't a battlefield, but battles are fought. Words as weapons, tension everywhere. The world's top defense ministers, military chiefs and diplomats gather to tackle the big issues: maritime security, cyber threats, and of course, defense budgets. The stakes: global peace and stability. This year the drama was off the charts. The US tried to rally allies, Europe looked skeptical, and India and Pakistan brought their own fireworks. It was like a family dinner where everyone's smiling but the subtext is screaming. Diplomacy here is a delicate dance, disagreeing fiercely but politely. These leaders are pros at telling you you're wrong, but making you thank them for it. The Shangri-La Dialogue is where the world's most powerful people practice the art of the diplomatic duel. Every handshake hides a challenge, every smile a warning. It's a masterclass in managing global rivalries without starting World War III. And in 2025, the stakes and the drama were higher than ever. This isn't just about finger sandwiches. It's about the future of global security. Welcome to the world's most polite, high-stakes showdown. Let's dive in. America showed up at the summit with a clear message. Hey Europe, help us keep the Indo-Pacific free and open. Translation: send your warships, join our military drills, and help us counter China. The US argued, this isn't just our problem. If trade routes here get blocked, your economies suffer too. But Europe had other priorities. With a war raging in Ukraine, European leaders listened politely but thought, Asia, we've got our hands full at home. It's like being asked to help move a couch when your own house is on fire. Europe's response? A masterclass in diplomatic refusal. We share your values, America, but we can't stretch ourselves that thin. They didn't slam the door, but the message was clear. We're not eager to join another US-led confrontation, especially so far from home. Europe is increasingly focused on its own security, its own way. They want to be partners, not just followers. The polite no was wrapped in talk of international law and shared interests. But underneath, Europe's saying, we'll decide when and where we get involved. The days of automatic alignment with Washington are fading. Europe's priorities are shifting. And so is the global balance. The US may want backup, but Europe's not signing up for every mission, especially not in Asia. That's a big change. Europe's hesitation has a name: strategic autonomy. It means Europe wants to make its own decisions, not just follow America's lead. Think of it as finally wanting their own car, not just riding shotgun. Why now? Years of shifting US foreign policy, think Iraq, Afghanistan, left Europe wary of blindly following Washington, especially when it comes to China. European leaders like Macron and Schultz are pushing for more independence. Europe's own defense, its own foreign policy. They're not breaking up with America, just insisting on their own voice. It's about partnership, not obedience. Europe wants to avoid being dragged into conflicts that aren't theirs. They want to be global players, not just America's echo. This push for autonomy is reshaping Europe's role on the world stage. At Shangri-La, it meant politely declining America's call for more military muscle in Asia. Europe's message: we'll help, but on our terms. The world is watching to see if Europe can pull off this balancing act. Strategic autonomy isn't just a buzzword, it's Europe's new reality, and it's changing the game. While the US and Europe danced around diplomacy, India and Pakistan brought the heat. These neighbors have a long, tense history. Think Hatfields and McCoys, but with nukes. At the summit, it was less dialogue, more dueling monologues. India accused Pakistan of harboring terrorists and fueling cross-border attacks, especially in Kashmir. Pakistan fired back, "We're victims of terrorism. And India, you're stirring up trouble in our backyard." It was a high-stakes blame game, each side denying and accusing and deflecting. The room tensed as decades of mistrust played out in real time. No fists, just loaded words. Every accusation carried the weight of history and the threat of escalation. The world watched, hoping the verbal fireworks didn't spark something worse. This wasn't just political theater. It was a reminder of how quickly things can spiral. India-Pakistan tensions are a dangerous flashpoint with global consequences. Their rivalry is as risky as any US-China standoff. When these two argue, the stakes are nuclear. The summit showed just how fragile peace can be, and why careful diplomacy matters. Sometimes, words are the only thing standing between calm and catastrophe. So, why should you care about all this summit drama? Because these debates shape the world you live in. The US-China rivalry is the engine driving global politics. Everyone else is trying not to get crushed. Europe's move toward independence could shift the balance of power for better or worse. More big players means more voices, but also more chaos. And the India-Pakistan standoff? Two nuclear-armed neighbors trading accusations is never just local news. A spark there could ignite a global crisis. These summits aren't just talk. They're about war and peace, trade, and your country's future. The choices made here affect everything from your job to your security. When leaders debate at Shangri-La, they're shaping the rules of the global game. It's not just finger sandwiches, it's the future on the table. The world's most important group project is happening, and you're a stakeholder. Whether you realize it or not, these decisions ripple out to everyone. So next time you hear about a summit, remember, it's not just for diplomats. It's about the world you wake up in tomorrow. The stakes are real, and they matter to you. After all the drama, Europe faces a big choice. Stick close to America or chart its own course. Following the US is familiar. Shared values, NATO, strength in numbers, it's the safe, predictable option. But strategic autonomy means Europe stands on its own, makes its own calls, and avoids being dragged into US adventures. It's riskier, but it's the only way for Europe to truly matter on the world stage. The debate is raging in capitals across Europe. Do they double down on the transatlantic alliance or build up their own strength? The answer will shape not just Europe's future, but the world's. There's no easy path, just tough choices in a messy world. Europe's decision will echo far beyond its borders. The world is watching. Which road should Europe take? Stick with Uncle Sam or go its own way? The stakes couldn't be higher. What do you think?